The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's training, Learn the Basics of Google Ads. My name is Petia Abdur-Razzaaq, and I will be your trainer for today's session. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Grow with Google helps people grow their skills, careers, and businesses by offering free digital skills and training tools. In this introductory workshop, we'll discuss how to reach more customers and grow your business with Google Ads. Before we get started, I'd like to give our amazing co-hosts the opportunity to introduce themselves and tell everyone in attendance about their organizations. So Leslie, do you want to kick this off?
Sure. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending today. I am Leslie Collins. I'm the Executive Director for the Preble County Chamber of Commerce. We're located here in Eaton, Ohio, but we do support the businesses across the county and across a big portion of Southwest Ohio. Mostly, I just want to say thank you to everyone for helping put these Grow with Google workshops together, and be on the lookout, all of my members who are on here today, for additional opportunities later this year. In addition to these workshops, we do have some others that are coming up that you can find on our website at www.preblecounty.ohio.com. You can see that on the slide there. The first up is next Tuesday, April 20th. We have a virtual business over breakfast where we will spotlight Greenbush Professional Services. They've been a member for many, many years, and a lot of folks don't know what they do or who they are. So they're going to introduce themselves and give you a chance to engage and network with them and other members. And then on April 28th, our first in-person business after hours will kick off for 2021 at the Preble Arts Center in downtown Eaton. You can find all the information for that on our website, and I welcome anyone who wants to attend to do so.
Thank you, Leslie. Anthony?
Hi, good morning. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate you joining. And my name is Anthony Curtis, and I am the account manager for the Staten Island Business Solutions Center, who we are a part of a 7-branch team that services the New York City area. We are just located in Staten Island, but we service all the 5 boroughs in New York. And our services are free, paid for in your tax dollars, and they range from business courses, legal assistance, financing assistance, incentives, navigating government, where we help you get through all the different government agencies. We help with training, selling to government, and minority or women-owned business enterprise certification, among other services. And you can check us out at nyc.gov/SBS. And we're here to help you with all your needs for starting and growing your business. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. And Tony?
Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Hake, or Tony. I'm the Director of IT over at Oak Hill Collaborative. We're a little nonprofit on the south side of Youngstown, Ohio, that is really about bridging the digital divide. We believe that by getting people connected to the internet, getting them the devices they need to succeed, as well as teaching them how to use those devices, we can get everyone on board and prepare them for the future. And We've been a part of Grow with Google for some time now. We're hoping to launch our own little series of workshops. So if you like this Google Ads workshop, be on the lookout. Check out our website at oakhillcollaborative.org to stay updated on any Grow with Google workshops that we may have coming down the pipes. And as someone else obviously already mentioned, thank you all for coming, and thank you for putting this on.
Okay, great. Thank you, Tony. And you guys can feel free to use the chat to share any links with the audience, because sometimes it's easier for them to just click and bookmark. All right. So a little bit about me. In addition to being a part of the Grow with Google speaker team, I also own a boutique digital firm in New York City called the Stylista Group, and I work primarily with Grow with Google partners in the states of Ohio and New York State. There are some exceptions to this rule, but generally when I'm doing these webinars, they are with partner organizations like the ones you just heard from that are in the state of Ohio and New York. For those of you who joined this morning, I did do a last-minute blast to my list in support of this webinar. Welcome. Thank you for joining. You will be receiving a copy of today's presentation from your host organization. Please give us about 24 hours. They have to wait for me to send them a hard copy of the presentation as well as to send them the recording. So what happens is that the minute I log off, I get these frantic emails looking for follow-up. Just give us 24 hours. If for some reason you do not have your follow-up by end of day tomorrow, then of course feel free to reach out. And when you reach out, just let me know which referring organization you heard about the webinar from so that I can direct you to the right person to get your follow-up in materials. You can also feel free to stay connected with me on social media, and my handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is @Stylista Group, so easy for you to remember. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Please feel free to use the questions box to ask any questions as we go through the presentation. What I do is if I find that the questions box is pretty busy somewhere in the middle of the presentation, I will stop to address those questions, and then you have another opportunity before we end the session, because I think that's the most efficient way to get all of the questions answered during the presentation. However, if something crosses your mind after we log off today, you will have my contact information and you can just send me a quick email and I will be happy to help you. So here's today's agenda. We'll start with a quick overview of online advertising and how Google Ads work. I'll walk you through the process of setting up your ads account and creating your first ad, and show you 2 ways to create ad campaigns. Next, I'll cover tips for creating better ads. After that, we'll talk about how you can measure the success of your ad campaigns, and then we'll wrap up the session by sharing some additional training resources that you can access on your own time at no cost from Google so that you can continue your learning. Businesses large and small use Google Ads to appear on search result pages, web pages, videos, and of course, apps. To connect with your target audience and get results, you need to be found online because this is where your potential customers are looking for products and services like yours. Online advertising can be particularly effective when those potential customers are researching and shopping for the types and products and services that you offer. Now, how often do you head over to Google to research a possible purchase? Or maybe you already know what you want to purchase, but you want to confirm that that item is in stock. Here's the great thing about that. While you're there, you might discover different products too. This happens to all of us all of the time. You might say that people no longer go online. We all live online. And that's not just a catchy phrase. It's exactly what the data shows. In 2019, a study was done, and it was found that almost half of surveyed shoppers said they use Google to discover new products, and more than half said they use Google to research their purchases. What this means for you as a business owner is that if you want to sell products and services, each search is an opportunity to connect with potential customers. So how do Google Ads work? It all starts when someone wants to know something, or they want to go somewhere, or they want to buy something, or they're just browsing for things that they possibly may want to do. Let's imagine the scenario of someone searching for a holiday gift for a friend. He or she would grab whatever device is handy, and that can be a computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone, and visits google.com to search for an answer. He or she may not be sure exactly what they're looking for. So the starting point is usually to type in a word or phrase that describes what the need is. So maybe knowing your friend, you may use a phrase like gift for book lover or gift for foodies, right? We all know the things that our friends like. And that's called the search query. Google will then show a search results page that will list an array of websites and information resources related to the search. And these, of course, will include relevant ads. Ads are chosen by an advertiser auction that runs in real time. In a matter of milliseconds, Google will determine the auction winner and display it on the search results page. Whether or not a particular ad is offered to that customer depends on how the ad was set up. And the factors that come into play here would be the ad's bid and the advertiser's budget. The bid is the maximum amount an advertiser will pay for a click on an ad. The amount of the bid and budget isn't the only factor that determines if an ad is shown to a particular searcher. The system also considers the ad's quality as well. In other words, a high-quality ad with a lower bid and a smaller budget can get good visibility too. If the searcher sees something in the results that looks like a good fit, he or she will then click to learn more. When this click happens, he or she will be directed to a page on the advertiser's website. And if he or she searches from a smartphone and there is a phone number associated with the ad, you can then click to initiate a call that will connect you directly to the advertiser's business. There are many ad format options with Google Ads, including text ads, image ads, shopping ads, dynamic search ads, call-only ads, and video ads. As you see here, ads can appear in different places on a search results page, ranging from images across the top of blocks to text running along the side. In today's workshop, we'll focus on one format, and that would be text ads. Text ads can appear on Google search results pages and across the display network, as well as partner sites that show Google Ads. In this screenshot we're viewing together, you can see what a text ad looks like with a headline and a 3-line description that appears under the word ad. You may have heard the terms PPC or CPC, and they stand for pay per click and cost per click. Text ads on Google search use a pay per click pricing model. This means advertisers pay for ad clicks not simply because they appear on a search results page. The display network offers other bidding options like CPM, which stands for cost per 1,000 impressions, and CPV, which stands for cost per view for video ads. But today, we'll focus on pay-per-click. Now, usually I get a lot of questions about this concern, so I'll just preemptively answer it for you. So many times people are worried about their competitors clicking on their ad repeatedly and incurring a lot of expenses for wasted clicks. No need to worry here because Google combats click fraud by examining each click. And of course, Google has really sophisticated systems to identify invalid clicks and impressions and to remove them from your account data. When Google determines that clicks are invalid, the system tries to automatically filter them from your reports and payments so that you're never charged for those clicks. If Google finds that invalid clicks have escaped automatic detection, advertisers may be eligible to receive a credit for those clicks. These credits are called invalid activity adjustments. So if you are running ads and you do see this from time to time, now you know exactly what's going on here. So here are just a few examples of what Google may consider to be invalid clicks. Manual clicks intended to increase your advertising cost or to increase profits for website owners hosting your ads. Clicks by automated clicking tools, robots, or other deceptive software, and extraneous clicks that provide no value to the advertisers, such as the second click of a double click. So I know many people are usually worried about that, and I also see a lot of services popping up offering to protect you, the advertiser, from these things happening. And my advice to you is to proceed with caution because Google already has built-in systems to protect you from this. Before using many of Google's products and services, you need to create a single signing account. Now, if you already have a Gmail account, then you have access. A Google account is a username and password that lets you sign in once you want to access all of the Google products like your Gmail, Google Docs, and Google My Business. Most of you should be familiar with the sign-in page for your Google account. If for some reason you do not have a Gmail address, and sometimes people have a personal address, but they have not set up one for your business, I would recommend that you keep them separate. So you should set up a separate Gmail account and Gmail address to manage your business activities. And so you would just go to accounts.google.com/signup or gmail.com and create a free account. The entire process doesn't take more than about 5 minutes. After you have access by logging into your Google account, you would then visit g.co/ads to set up your ads account. The screenshot that we're viewing shows a sample ad with the relevant search terms, as well as a button labeled Start Now and a phone number that you can call for setup support. And if you're having issues, I highly recommend that you just ask for help as opposed to giving up. When you get to that page, click the button labeled Start Now. There are no fees to set up an account. There is no startup fee, no cancellation fee, no minimum commitment, and no contract. You can turn ad campaigns on and off as often as you wish. With PPC, I'm going to say PPC going forward, just remember that means pay-per-click. With PPC, you only pay if someone expresses interest in your ad by clicking on it. You don't pay for people who aren't interested. This means you pay for results and it's easier to measure your success. If your ad isn't giving you the results you want, you can edit your ad, pause it, or cancel it at any time. And if you decide to do so, you will only pay for the clicks that have already happened. When you first open your ads account, Google will take you through the steps to set up what's called a smart campaign. Smart campaigns are Google's solution for small businesses. Smart campaigns use Google's technology to automate campaign management to help reach business goals. As you can see on the screenshot, Google Ads will ask you questions such as, what's your main advertising goal? And offers several options for you to choose from. And in the example we're looking at, you can see those options range from getting more calls, getting more website sales or signups, or getting more visits to your physical location. And of course, you will select the goal based on your particular objectives. The next step will be to enter your business name, and this should be the name that you want your future customers to know. And just a word of in terms of best practices, you should keep the name of your business consistent across all of your platforms, and definitely when you start running your ads. Next, you'll enter the website address that you want people to visit. Now, this might not be your website's homepage. And the reason why it may not be your homepage is because your homepage may not have the call to action that you're advertising. So say, for example, you have an online boutique and you sell shirts, and you have a new spring collection. It will actually be a wasted click to direct someone to your homepage, as opposed to sending them straight to your spring collection page. So hopefully that's a little clearer. You want to send your potential customer directly to the page on the website that houses whatever you're advertising. So hopefully that's clear. So like I said, ideally a click on an ad should take the searcher directly to the most relevant web page that leads to maybe a sale or whatever your desired outcome of the ad is. Remember, the message on your ad should match the message on the web page that you send people to. Next, you'll write a text ad. In this slide, you can see the form you will fill out to create your ad. And it is clearly labeled to indicate where you should add your headlines and descriptions. An automatic word count lets you know how much space you have, and an image displays a sample ad next to the form. There is a box you can check to add a call button to your ad with an accompanying line to fill in your phone number. During the setup, you'll write one ad, and later you will have the option to create ad variations. You'll also have the option to add a clickable phone number that can help searchers on smartphones connect directly by initiating a call from your ad. We'll talk more about writing effective ads a little later in the workshop. In Smart campaigns, you'll be asked to select keyword themes. These themes should be related to the product or service being advertised. The system will suggest themes. You can turn them off if they're not a good fit for your ad. You can add more themes, and there may be suggestions to choose from again that make more sense. Remember, the theme should match the message in this specific ad, not necessarily everything that your business has to offer. Next, it's time to select the geographic locations where your ads are eligible to appear. Google Ads gives you a variety of options, including zip codes, cities, regions, or a radius around an address. On this slide, the screenshot shows how typing in an address will pull it up on Google Maps to help you to specify a location. If using the radius, you can target potential customers from 3 to 40 miles around the location. And of course, you can always adjust these settings later. Some businesses may want to target people in other locations. And if this is the case for you, Google Ads allows advertisers to show ads to people in other states, cities, regions, or zip codes, even if they are far away from the actual location of the business. So that's another question that I usually get. So hopefully I'm doing a good job today of being proactive in answering the questions that I know at this point I get when I do this presentation. After that, you'll set a budget. You'll choose a daily average budget. Your average daily budget is the average amount you could spend each day. On the screenshot we're viewing, you'll see during this step, you have several options for budgets, including one labeled Recommended. Toggling between the options allows you to see an estimate of how many daily clicks you'll get with each. There's also an option to enter your own budget. With Smart Campaigns, you are ultimately setting a maximum monthly budget. While your daily ad spend may vary, the total amount that you spend in a month will never exceed your maximum monthly budget, which you have total control over. Here's how it's calculated. Google Ads will multiply your average daily budget by 30.4, the average number of days in a month. If you increase your budget in the middle of a billing period, the maximum amount that you'll be charged for that month will be your new average daily budget times the number of days remaining in the month. If you receive fewer clicks that you've budgeted for, then you'll only be charged for the clicks you received. For example, if you set a maximum monthly budget of $50, but you only receive $13 worth of clicks, you'll only be charged $13. So that's something else that a lot of people worry about. Like, will I, go over my budget? That will never happen. And you will only be charged up to the maximum budget that you set for the clicks that you actually receive. So hopefully that makes sense. To complete the process, you'll have an opportunity to review your campaign settings and make any changes. You'll be asked to enter payment information and set up optional conversion tracking. Okay, and so this image that we're seeing is what you should see once that you have successfully set up your first ad campaign. You can review your campaign at any time to make changes and layer on some additional options, such as ad scheduling, picking days of the week and times of the day when ads are eligible to appear. And just a quick note on ad scheduling. Ad scheduling is useful if you don't want your ads shown during hours when your business is closed, such as nights or weekends. And this would be especially important if the call to action is somebody clicking a phone number and calling you, right? So it's pointless to have an ad running with your phone number if there's going to be no one there to answer the phone. So on this slide, you can see an example of what you'll see when managing your campaign. This is your dashboard. It includes the name of the campaign, as well as graphics that show impressions, clicks, your total amount spent, keyword themes and search phrases, and images of your ads. So the campaign we just set up is called a Smart Campaign. Some advertisers with more experience choose to set up campaigns in expert mode. And so if you're just starting out, I would just recommend that you get comfortable with the Smart Campaigns before you move on to expert mode. So expert mode offers the full range of Google Ads features and campaign types. And while it gives advertisers more complete control over their bidding strategies, it also requires more complex management. This is why we recommend it only for advanced marketers and advertisers. So if you're a small business owner, I would just stick to the smart campaigns, but it's still useful to know all of the available options. With expert mode, you can create search campaigns, display campaigns, video campaigns, app campaigns, and shopping campaigns. The chart on this slide compares smart campaigns with search campaigns created in expert mode. Both campaigns show ads in the same places on Google.com. But again, expert mode is better suited for experienced marketers who need advanced controls, tools, and reporting to manage their ads. To get strong results with this type of campaign, it's recommended that you manage it on a daily basis. Okay, so we are literally in the middle of the presentation. So like I said, I'm going to take a quick peek in the questions box to see if there are any questions, and then we will keep going. So let me see what's going on here. So I guess I have to pull this out to read it properly. So the first question is, the pay-per-click rate a set rate globally, or is it variable based on the rate of type of service that your business provides? So Chris, I think you have a hunch as to what the right answer is already, because you answered it yourself. Yes, it is determined based on the service or the product and what's going on competitively in your particular space. Okay. Next question, great question, Chris. Charles is asking, my store sells a very wide variety of items, baby t-shirts, gadgets, candles, etc. Seems that ads are more effective with specific products. What is my strategy? Create many specific ads or just one general ad? I like how you guys kind of already know the answers to these questions. So this is just clarification. If you do have a wide variety of products, I would create specific ads to drive traffic to the specific places in your sites that you want the action to occur. Okay, and then Ernie is saying, good job so far. Thank you, Ernie. Since we can't see each other, it's always good to have feedback. All right, great encouragement. I'll keep going. All right. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this workshop, we're focusing on text ads today. I just showed you how to create an ad using smart campaigns. Now, just for your information, I'm going to show you how to use expert mode to create a text ad that will show up in Google search, because we never know, right? Many times the people who join these webinars are a little more experienced and they're just looking for tips or clarification on what they're already doing. So if this is you, to switch from smart campaign to expert mode, you would navigate to a new campaign. If you started a smart campaign but didn't complete it, you may have to click the back button to start a new ad. You will then click the switch to expert mode link that is toward the bottom of your screen. And it's highlighted on the screenshot at the bottom. The writing is a little small, but it says, are you a professional marketer? Switch to expert mode. When you're in expert mode, start at the All Campaigns page and click New Campaign. You will select a goal, then you need to select a campaign type. So, to create a standard search campaign, you will click the option labeled Search as shown in the screenshot. So just in case there's someone on the webinar who is interested in moving on or is already doing it. Okay, so once you set up your ads, you may be interested in some strategies to improve them. Like I said, remember you can always edit an ad after it has already been running. So, a few slides back, We went over the process for writing your ad, but here's a little bit more information about that. Headlines appear at the top of your ad and can be up to 30 characters. Your headlines and other parts of your ad, including extensions, may show in different configurations based on the device that a potential customer is using, or when Google Ads predicts that it may improve your performance. Your ad's description lines appear below the display URL and can be up to 90 characters. Like the title, your description and other parts of your ad, including extensions, may show in different configurations based on the device or when Google Ads predicts that it may improve your ad performance. And finally, there is the URL for your website that your potential customers will be directed to after clicking the ad. And remember, this may not be your homepage. It's important to focus on showcasing the most relevant, compelling information in your ad. A promotion and a call to action for your potential customers can also encourage clicks. A great ad highlights what makes your product or service unique. So you might want to do these things. Include prices, promotions, and exclusives. Empower your customers to take action. Remember to include at least one of your keywords. Always check spelling and grammar. Typos look unprofessional and can hurt an otherwise compelling ad campaign, not to mention your entire brand. If you're interested in getting some more information about writing more effective ads, you can do so by visiting g.co/textadtips. And a lot of people like to take a snapshot of this slide because if you're actively writing ads as we speak, then it would be helpful to just review some of these tips to help your performance. And again, it's g.co/textadtips. Here are a few more ways to improve your ads. If you're in expert mode, create a very specific target audience and ad groups so that your ads appear more relevant to customers. Include keywords that directly relate to the specific theme of your ad, website, product, or service so it's easy for your target audience to find. If you're creating a smart campaign, lucky you, because Google will take care of keywords for you. And I'll touch more on keywords in a minute. No matter what version of ads you're using, create simple, enticing ads that stand out from the competition by offering solutions to customer pain points, promotions, or highlighting unique features. Use a strong call to action that encourages users to click on your ad and helps them understand what they can do once they land on your website. For example, use in language like click here to save 20% or call us for your free consultation. Test out multiple ads by experimenting with different offers and calls to action while monitoring their effectiveness through indicators such as your click-through or conversion rate. Remember to regularly review your campaign performance to help to figure out the best way to achieve your goals. It's all about experimenting and making changes to improve your ads over time. If you create a smart campaign, you can take advantage of keyword themes. These themes help the system automatically generate keywords for the campaigns called search phrases. And these search phrases help to determine when ads should appear. Search phrases are automatically generated based on the selected keyword themes. And that's why it's so important to choose accurate keyword themes so your ads can appear for the right customers. Remember, you're not interested in the millions of people that you could possibly come in front of. You're just really interested in getting in front of your ideal target customer. So in this screenshot, you see some search phrases that were created for the advertiser based on the themes. For example, choosing the keyword theme online spice store might generate such phrases such as essential spices, specialty spices, and ground pepper. Smart campaigns will determine how precisely search phrases need to match the searcher's query. And if you guys have heard this term before, that's what's called the match type. It also determines how much of your budget should be allocated to an individual click. And that's called the bid. It's the maximum amount you will pay for a click on an ad within your budget. With smart campaigns, you can't add additional search phrases, but you can remove them if they are not a good fit for your business. Now, if you happen to be building a search campaign in expert mode, you will use keywords, not search phrases. Here, keywords are not created automatically. You must create and manage the keywords that can trigger ads. And again, this is why this part of the product works best if you're an experienced marketer and you have been doing this for a while. Here's a tip that can help you create an effective keyword list: implementing match types. Now, match types control how precisely the search query needs to match your keyword. The default is called broad match, and Google Ads automatically runs your ads on related variations of your keyword, including synonyms, misspellings, and many other related searches, including searches that don't contain the keyword terms. If you want to be more restrictive on what search queries can trigger your ads, you might want to try phrase match. A phrase match keyword is surrounded by quotation marks. With phrase match, you can show your ad to customers who are searching for your exact keyword and a close variance of your exact keyword with additional words before or after. Phrase match is more targeted than the default broad match, but more flexible than our third option, which is exact match. Now, exact match keywords are surrounded by square brackets. With exact match, you can show your ad to customers who are searching for exact keywords or close variants of your exact keyword. Close variants include searches for keywords with the same meaning as the exact words, regardless of spelling or grammar similarities between the query and the keyword. Of the 4 keyword matching options, exact match gives you the most control over who sees your ad and can result in a higher click-through rate, or CTR. And finally, there are negative keywords. Negative keywords let you exclude search terms from your campaign. All right, so this is definitely a slide that I would recommend that you take a quick snapshot of, especially if you're running ads as we speak, because understanding how keywords are set up or how you can position the qualifiers in a way to get better results is very important. And this is also a slide where people usually ask me to toggle back so that they can see the definitions. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds to just take a screenshot so that you have it with you. Okay, let's keep moving. And remember that if you miss this opportunity, you get a copy of the presentation as well as a recording within the next 24 hours. Okay, so what if you have no idea what keywords you should be using in your campaigns? If this is the case, or you just want some clarification, or you're not sure if you're using the right ones, you can use Keyword Planner. So Keyword Planner is a free tool that you can use to discover new keywords related to your business and to see estimates of the searches they receive and the cost to target them. In this screenshot, you can see some of the information the tool gives you, including average monthly searches, competition, and ad impression share. So Keyword Planner also provides another way to create search campaigns that's centered around in-depth keyword search. All right, so this is just an option that you can use within your account to get some information about keywords. Moving on to ad extensions. Ad extensions show extra business information with your ad, like an address, phone number, store rating, or more web page links. In Smart Campaigns, lucky for you guys who are using Smart Campaigns, these get set up automatically. If you're creating a search campaign in expert mode, you can add more extensions such as price extensions, promotion extensions, structured snippet extensions, app extensions, as well as automated extensions. So in the screenshot we're seeing, this is an example of information you might add in the price extension and how it will change the look of your ad if you do so. Okay. Moving on to measuring success. My favorite thing that I like to say with all of these presentations that I do is that if you're not measuring, you're not marketing. So in the last part of the presentation, we're going to review how you can measure the success of your campaigns. When we first went through the process for setting up these ads, we talked about having a goal for each ad or campaign. So let's review that. Do you remember the goal for your ads if you wrote them down in the beginning? And if you're setting up your ads, before you do anything, you should have a clear point of view, or it should be clear what the goal for each ad is going to be, or else you're just going to be sitting there wondering what you're doing, right? Now, did you make it clear in your ad to your potential customers the actions that you want them to take? Now, as you're reviewing your ads and measuring success, the question to ask yourself is, did they take that desired action? Remember to always keep the goals you set before you started the ad campaign in mind when you're evaluating the performance of the ad. Now, many people will say that sometimes they get lots of clicks, but no one bought their product. And that is usually interpreted as a failed ad campaign. Remember, please, that ads are lead generation tools. If people click on the ad worked. Now, if no one bought anything, that simply means that there's a disconnect between what the ad promised and their website experience once they clicked through to the ad. Now, that can be one of the main explanations. Also think about how distracted we all are, especially right now. There are many times when I click through to the ads and I mean to complete the action, and then my 6-year-old needs something, or the puppy starts barking, or I get a phone call and I get distracted. So the message here is that you should not give up after running your first ad campaign. Review the stats, analyze the results, and over time, these ads really do work. Now, reports. After your ad starts running, you can review reports that show the ad's performance. To interpret these reports, of course, you need to understand some terminology. Let's start with impressions. Impressions is how often your ad is shown. An impression is counted each time your ad is shown on a search result page or site on the Google network. Each time your ad appears on Google or the Google network, it's counted as one impression. Next, there's clicks. When someone clicks on your ad, like on the blue headline of a text ad, Google counts that as a click. Now, impressions and clicks combined help learn another important term called the click-through rate, or CTR. CTR tells you how many people who've seen your ad ended up clicking on it. Now, a conversion is an action that's counted when someone interacts with your ad or free product listing. So, for example, the person clicks a text ad or views a video ad and then takes the action that you defined as the goal of your ad. And this is why being really clear about your intentions when you set up the goals for these ads is important. Now, the goal could have been making an online purchase, or calling your business from a mobile phone, or signing up for your newsletter. So, another pro tip here is that it's best to have the conversion in mind when you create your first ad. With Google Ads, you can measure conversions using a feature called conversion tracking. And this is another slide that people like to take a snapshot of so that they can remind themselves as to what the basic terminology in their reports mean. So I'll give you another second or so to do that. Okay. Now, Smart Campaigns offers simplified reports, including impressions, clicks, and conversions, which are optional. And what you're seeing here is what a smart campaign looks like with some of the reported details in an easy-to-read format. So this is where most of you will be living in terms of understanding your reports. Now, if you happen to be in expert mode, you can also get additional reports, including ad groups, ads, landing pages, keywords, demographics, and of course, much more. And if you're already running in expert mode, you would already be familiar with these options. Finally, when you first set up your Google Ads account, you'll have the option to link your Google Analytics. Linking your Google Ads account to your analytics property lets you see the full customer cycle. And this ranges from how users interact with your marketing, example, seeing ad impressions and clicking on ads, to how they finally complete the goals you've set for them on your website, which would be making purchases, consuming content, downloading things, watching videos. So when you link your Google Ads and Analytics, you'll have the ability to see ad performance data in the Google Ads reports in Analytics. And this should absolutely be something that you should do so that you can get the 360 view of exactly what's going on. To start collecting basic data from your website, first you need to create or sign into your analytics account, and you would do so by going to g.co/analytics. On this slide, you see how you see how the site appears in your browser with a button that says Start for Free. You can do one of the following. To create an account, of course, you will click Start for Free. And if you already have an account, you will simply select Sign In to Analytics, or click on Sign In to Analytics. Then, to set up a property in your analytics account, this is what you will do. So, in case you're wondering what a property is, a property represents your website or app and is the collection point in analytics for the data from your site or app. So most of you will be setting up a property for your website. Okay? And so then you will just go through the process and you will have your website linked to Google Analytics. Okay. So believe it or not, we are almost at the end of our time today. So let's do a quick recap, and then I will share some resources that you can access on your own time to continue your learning. And before we go, I will take any questions that anyone may have. Text ads are a good starting point, but there are many other opportunities for you to showcase your products and services. This slide illustrates the complexity of a consumer's online journey. Different people need different touch points before they are ready to use your products or services. For example, say you need a gift for your foodie friend and you do a search for gift ideas. That might lead you to a website that sells an essential spices collection. But then you might also find a YouTube video that shows you how to spice up mac and cheese. And when you search further to see if there's a retail store nearby, you might get a bonus email with a BOGO coupon. Setting up Google Ads can help your products and services appear to potential customers, but you should also explore other ways to be online. Some suggestions could be anything from a free YouTube channel where you can demonstrate your products or explain the benefits of your services, to communicating with email. And these other marketing tactics can all support the messages in your ad campaigns. Here are a few more resources that can help you learn more about online advertising. First, check out Grow with Google ONAIR. And you can access this site by going to g.co/growonair. This free resource can help you grow your digital skills no matter where you're located. Through online workshops, you can learn skills that can help you stay connected and productive while working or managing a business remotely. If you want to sharpen your business and marketing skills, check out Primer. This is a free app you can download to your phone, available for both Android and Apple devices. And Primer has a series of short, fun lessons that are all less than 5 minutes each. If you really want to become an expert at Google Apps for Business, visit SKILLSHOP, and some of you may have known SKILLSHOP as Academy for Ads. And SKILLSHOP is a one-stop training center for everyone who uses Google professional tools and solutions. Here you can access training on Google Ads, Google Analytics, Google My Business, and much more. The great thing about SKILLSHOP is that the lessons here are categorized based on your experience. So if you're a beginner, there's information for you, as well as if you're intermediate or advanced, and there is absolutely no charge for this. This workshop was brought to you by Grow with Google. To recap, which is an initiative that helps people prepare for work, find jobs, and grow your business. And so at this time, I'm going to take another look at the questions box. And if there are no questions, then I'll turn the stage back over to my co-hosts to see if they have any closing remarks. And then I will let you guys get on with the rest of your day. So we do have a few more questions. So this is Kim, a question from Kim. My company is an industrial coating contractor servicing New York City and Pennsylvania. We also distribute the products. What is my best campaign? Okay, so is the goal of this campaign to get people to actually come in to purchase these supplies in person, or is it to get them to call you guys, or is it to get them to purchase online? I don't know very much of your business, but I'm going to suspect that maybe all of those options apply. So what I would do is recommend that you set up 3 different ad campaigns with 3 different goals. And then, okay, so you guys aren't in person. Okay, so then the goal would be to get them to purchase online, Kim? She's talking back to me. I love this. If the goal is to get them to go to the website and purchase online, then the best kind of ad campaign would be to send them to a specific website. We buy our services, we have no e-commerce. So then is the goal for them to get them to call you? Would that be the best goal for your ad campaign? So they can't visit you. Okay, so there we go. So then the best campaign for you would be to have them call your location. Thank you for that question, Kim, and for responding. That was great. Okay, moving on to Chris. Is there a way to search on Google, see your ad as it appears in a Google search, then test the link without using a PPC and being charged? So that's a tricky question, right? So you can have someone test this for you, but then if they actually click and go through to the website and complete the action, then Google doesn't know that that's just a test run, right? And so, you know, you may be charged for that test, but if you're doing this to test the effectiveness of the ad, then it actually may be worth it. Okay. Or maybe what you can do is actually see if one of your existing customers who may be interested in whatever you're advertising can find the ad for you. And the good news would be that if they actually clicked on the ad and bought something or did what you wanted, then even though it's a test, you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone because it was, you know, a worthwhile experience. All right, so let me keep going. Okay, so that seems like those were all the questions that we got today. You guys have been really great audience. Marjorie wants to talk more about bidding on the ads. Unfortunately, Marjorie, I think this is a kind of question that I'm going to ask you to email me about because I know that this kind of question can go on and on. So let me put my email address in the chat for you, or you can just email me when you get a copy of the presentation, because I do have another commitment that I have to get to next, and I don't want to not give you the answers you're looking for. Okay, Marjorie? So I'm going to put my email address in the chat. Just shoot me an email and we can have a chat about this after the presentation. Okay, so that brings us to the official end of today's session. You guys have been a great audience, and I'm just going to share my email address with everyone just in case. And I'm going to do the one that I use to manage my Google Speaking to keep things a little bit more controlled. All right, so it's petia.abdur@gmail.com. You guys can just send me a question, any questions you have that we didn't get a chance to cover today, like Marjorie, because I don't like to rush at the end. Okay, so Leslie, Anthony, and Tony, if you guys wanted to say anything before we close, the stage is yours.
Just wanted to say thank you, Petia, and thank you to everyone, and have a great day.
Okay, you guys have been a great audience. Anthony and Tony, did you guys want to say anything?
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tony.
Of one name, of one mind, it seems. But I just want to say thank you for putting this on, and especially thank everyone for attending. Google is full of lots of little tricks and apps that we're not aware of because there's so many of them. I think Google even has like a website dedicated to all of the services that, you know, they've launched and then haven't stuck around. So I'd say take advantage of not only this while it's still around, but see what else is out there and what else you think will benefit your business.
Okay, Anthony, your turn.
Felt a bit abrupt. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Petia, for a great presentation. I learned a lot, and I look forward to learning some more.
Okay, great. Okay, everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope the rest of your day is productive. And again, Look out for a copy of the presentation as well as the recording within the next 24 hours from your host organization. Be well and goodbye.